Last fall, I was biking the Westmoreland Heritage Trail, and my GoPro cam picked up what appears to be a woman in Victorian clothing walking across the trail and then directly into the woods. I thought this was really out of place, and I never really stopped and figured out what happened that day, so I went back this spring to investigate. Packed up the bike, threw the bag in the car, and got on the road. Went under that bridge, past a little flag there, and had to go into Sheets to get air in the tires, gas in the car, and make the first big trip of the season. You notice the roads are really hilly here in Pennsylvania. Go down some hills, round a turn, make another turn, round another bend, and past this blasting zone. That sign said blasting zone. I thought that was interesting. And then we ended up in this river area with the mountains on one side, river on the other. And here we were close to our destination where we saw this lady in the Victorian clothing. So kind of went down some side roads and pulled into the parking lot. And this is where the investigation starts. We're back on the Westmoreland Heritage Trail, and you can see we're out here on the first of two bridges we got to cross. It's just a beautiful day for this. A little cold, but that is a nice view. So yeah, we're gonna bike up the trail a ways here to the point where we saw this person walk across the road in the Victorian clothing. Let's go up here, take a look, and see what we can figure out. This is the second of the two bridges we have to cross. We're getting close, so I think I'm gonna have to check the video to determine where exactly we saw this person. That second bridge, I think we're starting to get closer to where this event occurred. And I'm seeing, I'll turn the camera around, I'm seeing nothing but brush on both sides here. I'm gonna try and get a better view of where exactly this was, because this can't be the spot, right? Let me show you what this looks like. So way back there's the bridge, and then there's this bank here, but it drops down about 10 feet and then flattens out. And then on this side, there's nothing but thickets. So I'm gonna go up the trail a little ways here and see if we can find something that screams, yeah, someone can walk across this. So I'll double check the video too and see if we're close. Cause yeah, this is just odd. Aha, I think I found it. But yeah, let me turn it around, and there's the cool rocks, and show you exactly what I saw. Oh wow, check this out. The river actually looks like flooded in here. Like up over the trees in a lot of these parts. What usually is an island is only like half an island right now. So this is where I was, and I was coming around this turn, and down in here on the left is where I saw the person go across the trail and into the woods on the other side. And yeah, let me show you what happened. We were coming up here around the turn, just like this. And as soon as we make it around this bend is where this lady appeared. And yeah, I think I have solved what happened. So stick around and let's take a look. So we came around the turn like this. See where those people are? There's two people up there right now, just standing there. Actually, one with a dog, just like before, which is really odd. But there's a path up here, and that is where the person crossed over. So that's really weird. There's a person with a dog up here. But yeah, this is, I'll show you this trail spot. Actually, they're like heading towards the woods just like that other person. This is uncanny, but yeah, I'll show you. what I mean. But yeah, I'll show you what I mean. So I went up the trail a little ways and talked with the folks with the dog, and those people were actually past the point of where this lady was, but it was close. It was really close. So let me show you what I mean. There's a trail up here that crosses from right to left, and this is the trail that lady went across. So we're biking, and the lady was crossing up here. You can see there's more people in the distance here. They were about at this, distance from me, so they're a little hard to see. But yeah, it was right up here. Right here is where she crossed. And in the fall and summer, this is covered over by leaves and stuff, and you can barely see that a trail exists right here. You can see the brush goes up and over. And the same on this side. She came down out of here, which actually is pretty gruesome looking, but she managed to get up and in through that brush area, those bushes. She came down and she went up in this side into this brushy area. Now this side looks more passable than the right side. We know that she was real and the dog was real. We're gonna investigate this trail and see where it goes. It's an odd scenario that the dog didn't even bother to look up as I was coming blazing down this trail, or she didn't even bother to look up. They just kind of went off the trail and, like, I don't know, maybe a well-trained dog. But we're gonna go down here and see where this goes, because I'm interested how far she walked in that, and also see where the other way goes. And yeah, let's see what we can find. You can see right there's the main trail. She came up through here, and we're gonna try and bike down this and see where it goes. But for reference, this stuff is not much higher than me, so I'm gonna have to do a lot of ducking. I started to bike this, and it's just a bad time. Let me show you what I mean. There's this kind of gully here. Let's see if this goes anywhere, I guess. I might have to shut off the camera to get up through here though real quick. So based on my understanding, she came off the trail, around down here, across this nasty gully area with her dog, and then continued down the trail here. And this doesn't look too bad for this hybrid bike. So I just passed the dog folks again. Oh, thorn bush. Thorn bush. Okay. And as you can see, this trail isn't ideal for getting through with a dress. Especially an old-timey dress. You probably wouldn't want to get ripped up. There's jagger bushes. See these things on both sides of this trail the whole way down here. And in the summer, this is much more covered. You can see the bike width here. There's not a lot of room to get through. So yeah, real person, and I guess she did it, but it's one of the most unlikely scenarios that could have happened, but it happened. So yeah, a person was dressed up in a dress with a dog and came down through here somehow. We don't know why, but she did do it. So and it makes sense because there's a trail. Let me show you up here. The folks with the dog said it goes up, and then there's like a point that points us towards Kiski. So you can see we came to a nice clearing here with the river. So the person wearing the dress would have had to come up through that thicket area, up this trail, and I don't see any way to get across to these houses in the town. So she would have had to keep going up this trail. I have the advantage of being on a bike, so let's see if it cuts over to the town anywhere, if it doesn't, and how far she would have had to have gone in this outfit in order to make this walk. Let's see if it's realistic. just wanted to show here, there's like a huge ravine and like a 20-foot drop, I'm guessing, right down into the river. So I don't want to go that way. We're gonna go up here ways and see what happens. It looks like it almost goes up over this side of the mountain. All right, let's get some perspective here on this. That's the trail. I'm starting to come up the trail. Way out in the distance, there's a little black line going across. That's the bridge we were on earlier, one of the two bridges. Town's across this massive down across the river and over, so she didn't go that way. She would have had to go up the side of this little mountain area. So we're gonna go up a little further, try to get the bike in it for perspective. I don't know if you can see how large this hillside actually is. So there's, in my opinion, no way she came the whole way up through those thickets and up the side of this mini mountain here in that dress. She had to have came off the trail, waited for me in the bike to pass with her dog, and then walked back onto the rail trail, or maybe walked back the other way. So when I'm done with this side, I'm gonna go down the other trail and see where she came from and see if that makes any sense. Hear the church bells? So we're not even quite at the top yet, and you can see just how far we are up on this hillside. We just came from down in those woods, and that's, oh man, I don't even want to think about how far that drop is, but we're just kind of on the edge here with this little stick keeping us from going way down in there. Yeah, there's no way I'm sending the bike down this on the hybrid bike. One wrong move and I'm in the water. I'm gonna have to come back with the fat bike if I want to come down this, and a helmet and a friend in case I fall. We've officially made it to the top of this mountain. You can see the church out there where the church bells were playing, and then down in there's the river. It kind of looks the same as the grass right now, but the river's brown there. And then we just came from down this hillside way out in there by the trail. Up here, I guess it's possible she could have walked the whole way up this hillside and up to that house area up there. There's like a little shelter and then maybe a house behind it. Also, on my other side in the distance here through the woods, you can see some windows. There's a house there. So possible she was just very athletic and likes wearing Victorian clothing and just came up the side of this mountain with her dog in that dress. Most likely, again, she probably turned around and got back on the trail after I passed by, but I didn't really look back, so don't know. What a beautiful view. You can see the river way down in there. You can see this tree here comes up and stops right at about the level we're at. So however tall that tree is, I don't know how tall trees get, 100, 200 feet, right up the side of this cliff. Just came out of the woods at the very top of this trail, and I'm at the very peak of this mountain, and looks like I'm on a road. So yeah, she could have came up through the woods, up the side of that mountain, and onto this road also. It's not out of the question. It's unlikely, but not impossible. We'll see if we can do the other side when I get back down. I'm gonna go down this road just a little bit, and we'll see if it goes anywhere. It came out to what almost looks like a prep school or something. There's things named wings and halls. It's not a college campus because there's like kids playgrounds, so it's a little odd. So I didn't really want to film up in there because it's like a school zone maybe, but yeah, maybe it's like some private campus kind of thing. Odd to be at the top of a mountain, but anyways, I'm turning it around. We're gonna go back down the mountainside and check out the other side if I have the strength. Let's do it. Okay, there's the main road. We just came across it from that mountainside. Then, in order for her to get onto the road, she would have had to went through this, what would have been brush in the summertime and leaves and stuff. And then she came down this green path here. So let's see if this goes anywhere. It's kind of low, so I'm gonna have to do a lot of ducking. I don't know if you can see the height of these trees, but not more than 6 foot. Okay. As you can see, there's jaggers all along this left-hand side. My bike's there, and it just keeps going like this for I don't know how long. I'm just gonna walk a little ways and then turn it around because whew, I'm about worn out from this walk. You can see the jaggers. They're just everywhere back in here. Bad times. So yeah, this is the view. So if she did indeed come out of this side, that in itself would be not impossible, but challenging. And then it kind of goes there, but it doesn't look like a trail. And it kind of goes here, but it also doesn't really look like it goes out that far. So I'll have to come back and see where that goes another day. I don't want to leave the bike too far behind, or we will chance getting it stolen. So gonna go back to it. I didn't want to ride it through this area because I've popped the tire on the fat bike riding through thorn bushes before, and yeah, don't really want to go through that right now. So oh yeah, okay, I'm gonna put this down so I don't get snagged by all these bushes and get back to the bike. It's like we got the first fruit of the season starting to bloom. Those almost look like blueberries. And then, not sure if they are. And then up there is a little bird's nest. Pretty cool, spring's coming.
So what's the conclusion? I definitely saw a real person. She must have walked off of the trail with her dog. And then once I passed on the bike, she probably walked back onto the trail and kept going. I would say that it's a really unlikely event to have happened, but it did happen, and it happened to me. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.